Hola alumnos, Angelo aquí. Hello everyone, Angelo here, homeless filmmaker in LA. Feel something brewing in my stomach. Living in my car for about 2 years now. I'm slightly injured in my leg, so I got this ice pack, chemical ice pack at the food bank. It says fold it in half, shake it up, put it in a cloth, which I'm not going to do, and put it on the injured area. My injured area, my groin, or basically right by it. Man, my leg, it was hurting. I was having a limp sometimes this morning. It's not horrible. If I walk straight, it's good, but if I, like, over uneven terrain out here, there's a lot of, like, little holes from, like, prairie dogs or whatever, plus there's hills and, like, divots in the ground. If I step unevenly, one, my knee is kind of burning sometimes, but two, the upper, like, thigh on my right side, it feels like a knife is in there. If I turn, like twist my leg, or if I step on something unevenly with it. So I tried doing my burpees this morning, couldn't really do it. Even push-ups, it was hurting so much to extend my legs straight to do a push-up, and getting down to do my back workout where I grab the fence and do that because I have to stay low and be like in a squatted position really low, hurt my leg like crazy. I'm like, I gotta let it recover. So this is not feeling that cold yet. Maybe that's why. Shake past for at least 15 seconds. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23. It doesn't feel that cold at all. Oh, fold the product in top to bottom, lining up arrows until the inner water bag ruptures. I don't feel anything rupturing. Man, this is not a great design. Did the water bag rupture or no? Man, come on, man. It's not getting cold. Trying to rupture this water bag. It's gonna take, man. Did something pop? Was that it? Do not place directly on skin. Fine, I'll put it in this cloth, or I'll put it on my pants, because I'm gonna be injured. I really don't like not being able to work out in the morning too much. I did a bunch of sit-ups, crunches, and a few burpees, but I really couldn't do many. My leg is hurting a lot, and it's like a sharp pain when I do it. And then when I'm standing around and I forget, it hurts, and then I twist. If I'm walking straight, it's okay, but when I turn to the right or left on my right leg, oh man, it stings. I think I feel the water pack in there, but it's not ruptured. Oh, it ruptured. Okay. I feel it. It's much colder. Ooh, that's ice cold. Not bad. I can cool down my drink. Ooh, that feels like ice in there now. Okay. Click like, everyone. Welcome. I know this is an early stream. I got time to kill. What can I do? Except not eat, lose weight. I'm trying to figure out what's a good way to charge my phone outdoors. I'm thinking of now just getting a solar charger for my phone and just reviewing it, because it is a little pricey, like 20 bucks the cheapest, and 30 bucks is like, that's Amazon's most recommended ones, are usually around 30 bucks. Here's the thing though, it says only use the solar function in emergencies, and use the portable, like the lithium battery, charge it up with your outlet. So I'm wondering, like, well, it doesn't say why. Is it because it just charges really slow? And I saw one, it said like it takes 7 days in the sun to okay, let's see if I put this on my crotch or on my upper thigh and see if this, because my pants are a little thick. And this is thinner, so let's see if this helps with the... Boy, this is a weird look if anyone sees me, but what do I care? Hey, Squishy Socks, doing all right. So my leg is hurt. I think I've just strained it from walking on uneven surfaces, and my shoes aren't that great. As far as like athletic shoes, they're good. I like them, and someone gave them to me free. I really appreciate that. But because my last shoes finally just gave out. But this morning, man, when I got out of my car to walk, I was like, oh fuck, like it hurt. A sharp pain in my upper right thigh, and my right knee is kind of burning. Sometimes my left knee burns a little, so I'm like, fuck, man. I wanted to work out this morning, do burpees. You know, I was up early as usual to do it, and I was ready to do it. I was feeling good, but when I was standing up and stuff, it's hurting my leg. Trying to squat down to do my back workout, like I grabbed the chain link fence with my gloves on and pull myself towards it, and I'm squatting real low to do that. So it's really like, I'm not just leaning back and forth, but I'm like really working my back. It was hurting my legs so much, so I got this ice pack from the food bank, like chemical ice pack. It's not really that cold in this bag. Why don't I just put it directly on my skin? Or at least directly on my boxers. Maybe it'll help a little, I don't know. But yeah, it sucks. I had to cut my workout short. I can walk, and I even ran because I seriously had to use the bathroom, the porta potty here at the park. So I ran towards it the last like 50 feet, and it wasn't hurting. It's just really, it's when I sit and get up, I got to be really careful not to twist my body at all. If I twist my leg, like pivot, man, it hurts then. And then I have to limp for a little bit. And it's gotten worse every time I do that during the day. So it's like I'm trying to take it easy and be really mindful of that. Stream froze. Okay, stream froze. So yeah, I got time to kill. I would have liked to have been working out more this morning, and I couldn't really do many pull-ups or dips. I tried doing them, and that's actually when it started hurting. Not when I got out of the car, but when I got down from the pull-up bar, I was like, oh, it hurts. And I couldn't do many pull-ups or dips. My arms were too worn out, but I could do burpees. And yeah, like I said, my leg was hurting. Even trying to do push-ups, extending my legs straight to do push-ups, ooh, that was hurting. So I'm like, got to take it easy, let it rest. I can still do my shoulder. Okay, phone cut out again. I can still do my shoulder raises at least, so that's a workout, and literally just body weight. I have in my hands. You do that, and don't just fling them up like this. Really use the most tension, even though your arms only weigh a few pounds. You try doing that a lot, it'll work your shoulders. So at least that's a workout I can do, something. Even like bicep curls like this, if you tense your arms and do the triceps tense, slowly, deliberately, you don't have to do it super hard, but that's a workout too. So I want to do something at least. And okay, on to the amazing feat I did last night. Hey, Agrippa. First of all, I got an ice pack right here on my crotch because my leg is hurt. I think it just strained from walking on uneven surfaces and working out a lot, doing a lot of burpees without breaks. So the amazing feat I did, oh, is it too late to go back to school? Look, what do I know? The most amazing feat I did that I'm going to talk about, you'll see, I don't know, like, no, it's not too late. There are people who, like, get their law degree at 60, you know? So no, absolutely not. But it's a question, well, where do you live, Agrippa? You live in Portugal, right? So is school paid for there? Because here, in America at least, you know, I'd say you really got to talk to the students who go through it and see if it's worth it, especially now with the Trump virus. around, and you'll get hundreds of thousands in loans and stuff you got to pay off. And in America, I don't know if you know this, it's a travesty. You cannot discharge student loans. They will follow you no matter what. So if you have bankruptcy, you can get rid of whatever, all kinds of other stuff. Car loan, hospital bills, student loans, they will follow you forever. Unless you basically die or go off the grid. Meaning you just live like with no bank accounts and you're like living on the land or something. Yeah, you live in Portugal. Going back to the States, no way. Berlin, Germany. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know, Agrippa. I really don't know the answer to that. School wasn't for me, so that's my only perspective. Is it was never really for me. I couldn't really do it. And at this point, if I were to ever apply to school, I'd fuck with them. I'd be like, well, I have an application. You actually have to apply to me. I want to see how you fare with it, just like my landlord application. It's like, I'm not just going to go try and rent from a landlord. I want to make sure. What's your maintenance records? Can you provide a building inspector to show the place is okay? Can you get recommendations from previous tenants? Can I look at your social media? Can I see your YouTube watch history? Can I see your income verification, your job history? I want to see your, what the, oh god damn, there's like squirrels tossing shit out of this tree, landing all over me. Yep, it squirrels directly above me and it's eating. This is kind of funny, but it is like tossing nut shells all over me. God damn. Get out of here, squirrel. That's all right, leave him be. Great, and I got this ice pack on my crotch that I don't want to fall out. Yeah, look, you can, I don't know if you can see the squirrel. Wait, let me, there it is. That guy's busy. He's not looking at me. Okay, good. He moves. See, now he's. Let's see what falls. All that stuff falling, that's from the squirrel. Can you all see that? Yeah, so what do I know about school? I'm trying to avoid debris from a squirrel eating a bunny. Yeah, it's hard to say. Yeah, I'd say, first of all, any decision like that, and this I've learned from like screenwriting and everything, don't just go into it right away. Everything seems so exciting at first. Screenwriting is incredibly meticulous and painstaking, and you will get bored doing it, you want to quit. Same for anything, for school, whatever. So, you know, make sure if it's something you want to do and all that, but I don't know, I'd say put yourself through the ringer as far as preparing, meaning talk to lots of students and see after 3 months or so of talking to them and teachers and seeing what it's like, if it's worth it. Anyways, back to my big accomplishment, and the accomplishment is not over yet because I still feel something in my stomach. Last night, I was thinking, you know, when am I going to take a shit? I know I got this shit in my stomach, I feel it, and this squirrel's noisy. And I know it's coming, and I got to do it. Finally, last night around maybe 7 o'clock it happened, but it was getting kind of dark then. So I'm like, oh boy. I got all this stuff hanging around me. I got to make sure none of it touches anything in the porta potty. That's gross. And also, I need some light. I don't want to have an accident and not notice what I'm cleaning and... not notice what I'm cleaning and moving around. And I have my baby wipes as well, flushable baby wipes, because remember, that stuff's got to be flushable in the porta potties. Otherwise, the treatment workers, the water treatment workers, they have to get out all the whatever tampons and stuff people put in there that can't be flushed. So, you know, only use flushable wipes. Thank goodness the food bank had a bunch, and that helped a lot. So basically, I went in there. This is the amazing accomplishment. I went in there, set my flashlight down. They have a little shelf where I was able to put this bag with my water bottle. I had this flashlight sitting, and now notice, yeah, it does this function, but also, you see, this lights up like the flashlight glows. I set that on the shelf so that there's some little ambient light there, and I took my dump, and I just worried the whole time, don't let me touch anything gross here that I can't see. Make sure my jacket doesn't lower too much. You know, I'm holding it like this, make sure nothing falls out of my pockets, you know. and I managed to do it. Now here's the thing: the dump is a little hard, not super painful or anything, but a little hard, and it took a while, and I couldn't get it all out. And that fall to the water is far. Thank goodness nobody else's Duke was in there, because I don't want that splashing up and hit me. There is a little splash when you know, from that distance down, and so I managed to do that, managed to take a dump, but I still feel a little bit, you know, something didn't settle in my stomach quite right. And so I'm going to have to go again. I'm thinking today. I'm just waiting. I'm not trying to force it, even though it's upsetting to think about. So, compost outhouses, right, yeah. If I live on the land, maybe I'll have to do that, because I think there's a chance that that job placement company. So on one hand, they said, oh, the guy who's doing the interviews, he's going to be out for a few weeks. After he didn't get back to me for 3 weeks, and I've been calling him and emailing him regularly and leaving messages for him to call me. So it's either that or they're lying, and he just doesn't want me to try and contact him. And, you know, they said, oh, they'll talk to other counselors. Maybe they'll get a hold of me. But I don't see how they can interview me. He's the guy who said he does interviews. And I talked to the family housing place where they're trying to just help me and monitor my progress to get a job. I'm sure they, you know, it goes in their statistics, like we got another person employed, and so they want to help me. I called the lady there and I said, yeah, they're blowing me off. Like, they said this guy's going to be out for weeks. I've been calling every week, and I emailed him, and they said I was pretty much, you know, supposed to get an interview. And she said, okay, let me talk to my supervisor and get them to talk to the job placement company. But what are they going to care? They're all already obviously ignoring me. Whatever happened, this guy had no intention of calling me back. Whether it was just because he was busy, or he didn't care, or something came up and maybe he really is gone for a few weeks, or he just found someone else and didn't plan on telling me. Whatever the case, he obviously didn't plan on getting back to me, so what are they going to care? So I forget where that story was going, but yeah, now this is my task in life. Take shits in porta potties, keep my phone charged, and lose weight, which I am. You can finally start seeing I'm looking a little gaunt in my face. My face actually doesn't look good when I'm really thin, but that's fine. I look really gaunt, like I'm starving, but that's okay. I'm not worried about that. Yeah, California fake kindness? Eh, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, so what a mess. Now, the other thing is I'm trying to make sure my phone can stay charged. I'm wondering how to go about that. Like, okay, I can charge a little in the food bank. I can charge it a little. There's actually a restaurant around here, a fast food place, that the food's not really that healthy, but I got a big chicken tender there, and they added potato wedges for me waiting, and I was like starving yesterday, so I ate them. And yeah, I don't feel well. It's not settled in my stomach, but I'm thinking about how to charge my phone, and I looked at solar powered chargers, and they're a little expensive. It's really, you know, kind of a not affordable for me. They're like 20 to 30 bucks, and maybe I'll just, I don't know what, maybe I'll go with the $30 option, just because it's that cheap. Maybe it's not a good idea. Last video I did with the cowboy hat, thanks. Well, thanks. I'm still trying to lose like 30 pounds or so, but yeah, I've lost at least 20 pounds, so that's good. I'm not bragging. I don't like that, you know, everybody struggles with weight on some level or not, and I really don't like people bragging about that shit. It's like people, you know, they go at their own time. I don't try and give them false... damn phone again. I don't try and give them like false encouragement, like, oh, it's okay, you're not trying or whatever, that's fine. No, I'm just saying, you know, you gotta accept people are where they are. And I don't believe in putting people down for their bodies, you know. It's a struggle, I get it. And it's even harder when you're working a full-time job and you can't necessarily control what your food source is. Anyways, but, you know, I'm enjoying it, and I kind of enjoy that edge of, like, being hungry, you know. And if it gets to a point where I can't think, I'm so hungry, then okay, I'll eat something. But I try and make it so I just eat enough, and I know it'll keep me satiated, not to eat till I'm full. But anyways, I'm thinking about getting a solar-powered charger. And the thing I'm reading about all these on Amazon are, they say don't the solar function to charge it except in emergencies. It has like a portable, you know, lithium battery, but plug it in, it says, to charge it. And a lot of them have like flashlights on them. And so here's my question. Do they say that because it just takes a really long time to charge? Which, yeah, it makes sense. I get it. It's not a huge surface area. One, I read it takes like 7 days to fully charge. Is that the issue? Or is it that they're so cheaply made and the solar cells and stuff, they'll just wear out quickly if you charge it a lot? Motherfucking God. Why does this stream keep cutting out? It's not even having anything to do with the internet connection. It's YouTube, the YouTube app on this phone. The phone's not overheating. I don't get it. I've updated the apps. I've restarted the phone several times since yesterday. What the hell, man? This cheap ass phone. Yeah, that's the thing, Agrippa. It's like a lot of those solar chargers are cheap. Yeah, the YouTube app is just crappy. Man, this squirrel is going at it up there. I can hear it biting away, chomping away on everything. Yeah, my stomach it has not settled well, this stuff. I'm hoping I get this dukage out of me before I go, and I'll go eat somewhere, like a chicken salad again. I got this from the food bank. Trying to eat healthy and keep myself nutrientated because this cold pack is not that strong. Because I've like injured my legs somewhat, I've strained it, and I want to make sure I'm like getting omega-3s and stuff. They have hemp oil pills at the food bank. They're probably like around $10 at least, so I didn't really want to spend money on that. But they got a pack of like 60 hemp oil pills with a bunch of omega-3s, omega-6s, omega-9s. I'm like, don't buy it just because I think, oh, it's going to cure my leg. You know, I got to let my leg recover. Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I'm still supplemented and everything. I got zinc, vitamin C. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to try and get a coronavirus test because I was working with people last week, even though I was wearing a face shield and mask through much of it. But one day I forgot my face shield. So just want to be safe. And also, you know, I'm around people. I can't avoid it. And people wearing their masks, like the dick nose mask. You know, they do the diagram where they show, like, you don't wear your underwear like this and pull it down below your dick, so your dick's hanging out. So why do you wear your mask like this with your nose sticking out? You may as well, yeah, it helps prevent some transmission, but you should wear it over your nose. And you can't control when you walk in a store who's wearing it properly or not. So, yeah, I want to get it just to, you know, be monitored, and that way, you know, I can know a little more. Yeah, potassium, that's right. So I do eat bananas. I try and eat bananas every day. I do drink muscle milk sometimes, but it's a little expensive, so not that much lately. When I had food stamps, I would drink it more. Now my food stamps, they stopped working because the technicality on my application, I have to reapply for food stamps again, so that's a blow, $200 a month. Right there for food, which is basically good for sardines and water because food's so expensive. But sure, potassium, that helps. 180 milligrams potassium in this. That's 5% my daily need. This ice pack is barely... I really hate this phone. This ice pack is barely that cold, but I should put it over my knee now. I have it enough over my crotch. It's losing its coldness, and my knee burning a little bit. And like I said, I've just been walking on a lot of uneven surfaces. And today, when I like get out of my chair or my car and I pivot or twist, or even at the food bank today, I was in the aisle, and walking straight, it doesn't hurt. But when I twist and pivot my leg, oh man, like I have to hop off it, and I'm like limping for, you know, a few seconds. So, European Night painted on cloth. Oh, that sounds really cool. Yeah, I just get these boring ones now. I actually got this, they're from Hanes. It's like a 10-pack of washable masks I got from the food bank. And the food bank gets stuff like that when the package is damaged. So that's really cool for me. I'm like, I don't care if the package is damaged. The only time that kind of matters is on oatmeal when you can't get the lid on. And so you got to be careful having it in my car because it can fall over and spill, which has happened multiple times in my car. Or oatmeal gets all over the passenger seat. So I try and like create a round structure on the lid of the oatmeal. It looks like they sometimes put maybe stuff too heavy on top of the oatmeal and it crushes the top and they have to tape it down the top of it. But yeah, so it's not even like expired or anything. Yes, I have seen Falling Down. Excellent movie. Joel Schumacher just passed away a few months ago. Excellent director. And boy, what a prophetic story in a way. The story of a fascist, white male who, hates on immigrants, hates on poor people, all that stuff. I mean, not just prophetic, it was of its time. That stuff's never gone away in this country. How amazing and incredible and ridiculous was Trump's appearance at the White House. He still has the Trump virus, took off his mask, he's struggling to breathe. He's like, he's had it for like 5 days and he's ready to reinfect everybody in the White House. He's like a walking biological weapon. It's like my dad minus the anger. Well, so Secret Service guys definitely have been exposed to Trump, and they need to quarantine. But also, one military service member has now been infected with the Trump virus. I guess it may have been like someone working on the helicopter, the Marine One, because he's got military people. Fuck. Every time YouTube stops, I have to click go to live stream, resume the live stream again. It's really annoying. Click like everybody, helps the video out. This is my job right now. That job placement place, whatever happened, whether they just found someone else and didn't tell me, or they just maybe got busy, whatever, the guy had no plans of calling me back. This bullshit about, oh, another counselor will call you. Nobody called me yesterday. Every time these people know how to blow me off. And when I was like yelling, and I wasn't mad, but I was like incredulous. Like the lady said, oh, he's going to be out for a few weeks, the guy doing interviews. I said, a couple of weeks? I've been calling every week. What the hell? And she's like, but we'll get someone else, on the oh, come on, you all don't give a crap. I don't know who the surplus store, oh, from Falling Down. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. I don't remember that character. Whatever happened to that Daniel Radcliffe movie where he infiltrated a white supremacist gang? Did that ever? I just feel like that disappeared on release. Was it any good? I don't know. Where he plays like an undercover cop, infiltrating a white Aryan gang. I never heard anything about that. Well, Tony, all of them are. That's why so many of them are inspired by the right-wing bigots who are against LGBTQ people, like, like Ben Shapiro, many others. I don't even like naming them because I don't want to just do a bunch of like, here's a list of all of them. And believe me, I know them. I listen to them a lot. It just, I don't want that on here. Like here's a list of all their names. It almost serves as like, here's a resume of all the people to check out. I don't want to do that. I want to keep their names off here. That's Imperium. Oh, you thought it was really bad? Okay. Yeah, you can explain spoilers. I don't care. Someday I'd kind of like to make a movie like that, but it's a tough thing to do something about an issue that's so, about a topic in which real life, violence and stuff happens, and without making it over the top or silly or exploitative or moralizing. Think about, just how hard it is to do a movie about real life atrocities. And, how much do you portray? How much is it exploitative if you have them engage in, racism on screen? It's a very tough thing to know how to do. And you got to have the maturity and real understanding of the issue to do it without it just unintentionally becoming like gross or exploitative. So he's an Orthodox Jew. Yeah, that already there, it sounds a little over the top. Like they can't just trust the audience to think it's wrong to be in a gang like that unless you portray it with like a guy infiltrating who they would hate the most of anybody. Yeah. Well, anyways, click like everybody. Helps that we got 9 people viewing. We need 9 likes. What the hell? I am out here busting my ass for you people, and meanwhile they have me decorating the White House with Christmas decorations. I'm like, oh, give me a fucking break. Okay, who cares about Christmas? I gotta work and put out this image for everybody. That, you know, I'm always in good shape and I'm looking good, I'm doing my hair right, and man, this hair is getting, it requires more and more water to use by the week. Yeah, I don't like this feeling in my stomach that the load of briskets I unleashed last night is not fully evacuated. Oh, we got a medic, an airlift, supply drop here. Yes, drop the food supplies, the Jim Baker's buckets over here. You know, it'd be really funny if I just like spray painted like a giant clown face down across the whole field here, and so planes flying over like saw that, like, what the fuck? Black Klansman, yeah, I'd be interested in seeing that. I wish I saw more movies. I just, obviously, it's, you know, it's hard enough to make time, and on top of that, kind of limited means to see it. But you know, somebody did recommend for me a solar powered charger they use, and they said it's got like a 2-year warranty and it's broken 2 times, so I really don't like that idea. But they said they'll replace them each time. They don't even ask for it back, they just take your word on it. So yeah, I don't know, maybe something cheap, like, especially if I review it on YouTube, just to see, you know, at least get, you know, something back from it, like get some views from it. Because as far as a solar powered phone charger, I don't know if I even said that, but I'm thinking of getting one because I do need to be able to charge my phone regularly. And, you know, I try and do it at the food bank, you know, while I'm shopping, or there's this other restaurant. It's not really healthy food. They got like fried chicken and stuff. I got a chicken tender last night. I was peeling the skin off it, which is really the, you know, fried, what is it, like baking powder and stuff, the breaded part of the chicken tender off. Yeah, thanks, Agrippa. Yep, use the latrine afterwards. Yeah, so yeah, I want my choice of latrines. I don't want porta potties alone. I want my buckets. And some people, I was asking around, other homeless people, they said, yeah, some people just use buckets with like plastic lined in them in their car to take dumps. But yeah, it worked out all right last night in the porta potty. Just the whole time I was thinking, man, I hope I'm not touching anything gross, because I'm not going to find out until after I leave here. But there wasn't really much in there that was gross. The porta potty had just been serviced and cleaned yesterday, so it smelled good. There's no other dukage in there that I could see, so that's pretty good. And now there's more of a, anyways, probably have to use it again today, I hope, because it doesn't feel, it feels sick, you know, having these extra, you know, hardened, overripe biscuits in me. Man, this squirrel is going at it all over the street. Now I hear it over there chomping away and stuff hitting the ground. I'm on lunch from work. You're keeping me company. Thanks. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it. Where do you live, Tony? I forget. Did you tell me before? Do you live in Virginia, or where was it? Northeast? North Dakota? I can't remember. Florida? Texas? Minnesota? Alaska? Canada? This son of a bitch thing. This YouTube app. It's crapping out so much, and it does it randomly. Yeah, every time it freezes up. Did it again. Every time it freezes up. That's right. I remember, Tony. You did mention Florida, I think, and Virginia. Yeah, every time the YouTube for you guys it freezes. For me, the screen freezes. It leaves the stream. It goes back to the YouTube home, and then I got to click start a video, go to live stream. It says your last live stream was interrupted. Would you like to resume it? Yes. It's like, what? Would I not like to resume it? Is YouTube just hoping, oh, fuck it, like I just give up and I'm not trying to stream anymore? Yeah, this is I guess it's a pretty good drink. And by the way, are acai bowls good for you? Like, I know they have a lot of sugar in them, but Daniel's Tacos has some. I had one the other day. It was pretty good, but again, it's fruit. I know it has a lot of sugar, so I'm not trying to make it a regular thing. Maybe I'll do it like once a week, and it's kind of pricey too. It's like $8 or $9 for a 6-ounce bowl. So, but you know, I try and vary up my diet as much as possible, as long as I still have money. There are cars down in the parking lot here. Back there are tents, so I can't read what they say on the tents, but they're doing Trump virus testing here. Again, tomorrow I want to come back and get tested, but I've wanted to wait a few days so I'll actually know, you know, or have a better possibility of knowing if it's working. It says curative. Securative? Curative. I guess it has something to do with like the virus testing they're doing here, but the testing is at the top of the hill. So, anyways, it's kind of nice to see some people around here for once. Yeah, I got to be careful with the glucose. That's right. Even though it's fruit, it's still got a lot of sugar in it. So, yeah, soda's horrible for you. And the thing is, once you stop eating sugar, everything tastes so much more sweet. You recognize the natural sweetness of stuff. And I despise these companies. I wish there were like legal penalties for them where their food would be perfectly sweet with like a gram or two of sugar, if that. And yet they add like 14 grams, 30 grams, 50 grams of sugar. The only reason to have that much is to make your body addicted to it and crave it. It is poison. I don't get it. Some streams it's like once it'll go out or none. Now it's been like 15 times. But yeah, if you go off sugar, like I mostly have, it's easier for the natural sweetness of stuff to come out, and you feel better, you think more clearly. Yeah, sugar is horribly addictive, and once you get off it, it's much easier to control your appetite. Yeah, diet stuff, I don't know about that, but it could be worse, all that, because I don't know if your body treats it like sugar, but if like the insulin response, but you may still crave that artificial sweetener. I guess, I don't know. You attended Annandale Community College? Yeah, I used to live down the street, like 4 miles down the road from it. That wasn't a bad place. I actually worked, my first play I worked on at the Annandale campus. The producers, I was backstage on that, so it was a lot of stuff, big sets. We were having to move out quickly and clear out quickly. There weren't enough stagehands, so we had to get the actors to move stuff with us. And I did have one tiny part. I didn't have any dialogue, but at the beginning of the show, I get up on a ladder and I pull down a sign, so it was kind of cool. Yeah, that's the thing. You do get headaches, and it is a little hard to withdraw from sugar. But afterwards, it's so much better, and you feel better. So yeah, I'm going to limit the acai bowls. I think that's a good idea. I get enough sweetness just from like a banana a day and this stuff, even though it says 1 gram of sugar, no artificial sweeteners. Like, this is plenty sweet. Why in the hell would you need any more sugar? But what most companies do, they'll add 15, 30 grams of sugar in it. Again, the only point is to poison you, to get your brain chemistry addicted to it. I can't stand it, man. And the problem for me is there's lots of stuff I would like protein drinks, but I won't drink them because I'm like, oh, that has 10 grams of sugar in it. That has Ensure bottles. Little bottle like this is 19 grams of sugar. It could be perfectly sweet with like 1 gram of sugar in it, or maybe none. So it's so pathetic. It's like, so it limits what I can get. And especially at the food bank, that's annoying because they only get donated stuff, so they don't have everything that I'd like. And they have like low-fat milk there. I checked the low-fat milk. It's like 13 grams of sugar for a little carton like this. Even though I don't drink milk much, but anyways, just ranting. Trump has golf courses around there, not in Annandale, but he does have one, I think, out in Sterling, which is like 20 miles west or so of Northern Virginia. It's all part of Northern Virginia, but like the Sterling, I think it's a Sterling/Dulles, around there, Dulles Airport. He has a country club or golf course around there too. But no, he can stay the hell out of Annandale. Traffic's already horrible enough there without the Secret Service coming through. Because when the Secret Service comes through, it's a whole freaking motorcade, and they will come through and tell everyone on the sidewalk, stop where you are, don't move. They don't even want you moving from in the sun under the shade to a tree. So you don't want that in Annandale. Yeah, sugar could very well be a top killer. I mean, anyways, what more can I say about it? Okay, this cold pack is pretty much wearing out. Oh, it says shake well. I've never shaken this stuff in my life. I also got a big bottle of apple cider vinegar with mother protein in it from the food bank today. I'm glad about that. That stuff, I think it helps a lot. I have a little bit, like a teaspoonful with water every day in the morning. I heard over time that can help you lose weight. It helps with a bunch of stuff, your digestion, your immune system. So have a little vinegar every day with mother in it, not like white vinegar. Yeah, I know. I wish these sugar companies or whatever, the sugar lobby, they would just all go home fucking crying because we don't buy their stuff. But, you know, what are you going to do? You know, people aren't going to be mindful of it. And I get it. When I was a kid, I drank lots of soda. Man, I loved Sprite. I didn't like Coke that much, but I loved Sprite. Every time, like, go to a mini golf course, my dad would bring me to one. I'd always want, like, ice cream and Sprite there. And, you know, what did my parents know? So, Halloween, oh man, I'd dig into that candy like crazy. I was a freaking madman as a kid. Oh, and stay tuned this week. Everybody be alert because my video I shot of David Liebehart, which I saw a preview of it, is hilarious. The way his manager Jonah cut it and put in all kinds of stuff, it's so funny. It should be coming out in a few days, and when it comes out, I'll link to it. I don't know if it'll be on YouTube. It's supposed to go in front of it's a pre-show for like this online multimedia festival. I'll link to that, and if it goes on YouTube, I'll link to that as well. So please check it out. Support Liebehart. Salome. Tony, I'm not that familiar with Skid Row, but, you know, LA is a huge place. 4 million people live here, so you got to keep in mind there's no one portrayal of it. Also, I'm not terribly familiar with LA because I've only lived here a little over a year, and all I know of it for the last 6 months is areas like this in the valley. I haven't been in downtown a ton. I have been in parts, you know, where there are encampments and stuff. So, you know, it's varied. And I've been in super rich areas. And I've driven through Beverly Hills and Mulholland Drive, which is a nightmare to drive through. I will avoid it any chance I can get. So it's very varied. You can go through parts where you're just cutting through the mountains and it's incredible. You go on the 210 east or west, like around here, around Sylmar. It is like incredible views. So it's really huge, you know. So it's kind of, I don't know if, you know, the news portrays one thing because that's what people want, you know. Drinking milk with Dave and Angelo? Who the hell's Dave? Oh, David Liebehart. Yeah, he is a nice guy. He actually is really nice. He was trying to be very supportive and offering me stuff like, you know, Angelo, you can come to my apartment and use my internet after the you know, the land after the walls dry because there's water going down the walls, and they're gonna reconnect my internet, and you can use my shower and stuff. So, you know, he tries to be really helpful and everything. And he was even offering advice for Noel, the owner of Sunspace, because it was the last day Sunspace was open, and David was talking about all this stuff he wanted to do there. I said, I'm sorry, David, but the place is closing down. And he's like, oh, well, the owner of Sunspace should talk to Reed Hastings, the CEO of Netflix, because he's giving away money to small businesses to help keep them going. I'm like, oh, I appreciate that, David, but this is a done deal. The place is going under, or not, I don't know if you call it going under, but it's being, vacated, and Sunspace may still operate in other ways. Maybe after the pandemic it'll be back, but for now there's too much uncertainty. And he even went straight up to the owner in there, and he's like, yeah, you should talk to Reed Hastings and get money to keep it going. And I'm like, David likes to help, because I'm like, the owner is super nice, but it's like he's not going to do it. It's a done deal. He was getting out of there that night. And actually, Sunspace will be continuing, but it's going to be online for a while. The owner's son, Gaia, who's a really nice guy, you can look up his band, him and his wife, what's her name? Elsie. They have a band called Damaged Toys, I believe. They're on Facebook. Look them up. Gaia gave me my shoes. He donated these to me. So very helpful. And he's going to be continuing Sunspace in November doing live streams. And who knows, and so maybe I'll contribute videos, or other people can. You guys can if you want, Follow Sunspace on Facebook and Instagram. Support them because they've given so much to me. The last 6 months, I've been able to write a ton there and take a bunch of dumps and eat food there on my air fryer. Yeah, David's been homeless. He talked about that a little since fall. And also, I really want my mom to meet with David and talk with him and do a video where maybe he gives a tour of LA to her or something. Yeah, I'm not planning on visiting Virginia anytime soon. I don't really have the money for it, and there's not really a lot I could do there because I don't have a place to stay. I don't have a place to edit. I'm not trying to stay at my mom's house with my racist domestic abuser brother who lives in the basement. So, and a lot of stuff's closed there. The gyms are closed, so I'd have to stay in a hotel to shower after a certain point because the temperature, it gets really cold there. Showering here is not so bad. Even today, a little cold doesn't bother me. I actually relish it. But it gets freezing in Virginia, so that would be, I could do it, I'd survive, but maybe it's even good for my health, cold showers, but it's harder to survive there in a lot of ways. And they don't have food banks there. They have food pantries where they give you food, and it's just like you go once every week or once a month, and you just take what they give you. So here, the food bank's better because even though I got to pay, at least I can pick out what I want, and they get different stuff a lot, and I can go every day if I want. So I'm just hoping somehow we get this virus under control. No thanks to the president, who's actively spreading it now. He's like a biological weapon inside the White House because he's spreading it to people. And I should shake this up more and take a whiz. And hopefully my mom can visit here, or if I get the money, then I can visit there, but I'm not planning it soon. And I'd rather have her visit here. I love it here. I don't like it in Virginia. It's really depressing. Click like, everybody. We got 12 people here. Let's get 12 likes, damn it. This thing, ow, fuck, my leg. I forgot not to twist it. This thing is cold now. Oh, but my leg feels a little better. So check this out, my stomach's a lot smaller now. You look at videos from last winter, oh man, it was a big old thing. Now it's getting smaller, so weight loss is working. Alright, I gotta, ooh man, I put off taking a leak. I gotta really make it, but yeah, my legs feel a little better. My stomach's definitely got some charcoal briskets in there that I need to evacuate at some point today. This is my life now. This is my job. Yeah, I'm thinking again, maybe just take a chance, buy a $30 solar power charger, see how it works. If it doesn't work, I'll review it and I'll give it a poor review. And maybe I'll ask the company for a replacement or a refund, depending on when it breaks or whatever. Also, today's a little cloudy, so that's the other thing. Usually it's not cloudy in LA, but a day like today, it wouldn't be charging too well. All right, I'm gonna mute the microphone. Oh, that's a lot better. Man, I was having to go for a while. Jesus Christ, I had the bathroom. Yeah, so I work out with my legs being messed up, even push-ups, but I can still do shoulder raises, so I'll do some now. Sitting on the bench. Oh, don't twist my leg. I gotta remember not to do that. Fucking stomach, my intestine, it's telling me, Angelo, you got to go soon. Agrippa, I don't know. Angelo Sardini, I like that nickname. I make my excrement disappear into the porta-potty. I don't know. Nobody knows what's going to happen this election. Biden could be ahead so far and still lose because of voter intimidation at the polls, Trump throwing out election results. Already, there's so many in Texas, the most populated county, I think they're like Harris County has like 4 million people, and there's a lot of black people there. The governor or somebody there responsible, oh, I had to fart right then, eliminated 11 polling places. So there's one polling place for 4 million people or something like that. 2 million, 3 million, whatever. That's how they suppress the vote in especially areas with lots of black people. And they won't ever say it's because we don't want black people voting. They're just we don't have the money. What are you going to do? We don't have money. Concerns of voter fraud. Yeah, I've smoked cigarettes. I used to in college a little. I've probably only smoked 20 or 30 in my life. I never smoked that many. And I just did it because I was kind of stressed at the time. I was going through my dissociation, my first major bout, which was just horrifying. And then even after I recovered, I was working at Regal Cinemas, which is now closing down all across the country. And what the hell was that? Just I would have smoke breaks, you know, I'd go out, leave there was a hallway out of the theaters to the parking garage, and I would just go out there with the co-workers sometimes and smoke, but I didn't do it very long. Click like, everybody. Helps that we got 17 people here. 17 likes. I demand it. Thank you, Agrippa. Let's get it to 20 likes. Why not? Because it helps the videos out, and this is my job right now. That other place, that job placement company, they had no intention of calling me back after weeks of trying to get a job there. And now this phone, the battery's going low. Screw it. We're going on maximum overdrive. I'm using my backup battery charger to charge it. Oh, my stomach. Yeah, I don't got to take a dump yet, but it's making me not feel well. Yeah, it's making me feel like kind of nauseous, like I want to puke. It's all right, Angelo, stay calm. But yeah, maybe just get a solar powered charger and review it, and hopefully, you know, hopefully I'll like it. But either way, I hope I can make a good video out of it. Yeah, I'm just, it's horrible how you got a little, you know, hard stool inside you, and it just makes you feel sick and nauseous. Swiss Fecal Society, yes, that's right, that was a hilarious one, like it's 20 Keurigs. Yeah, click 20, get 20 likes here for 20 Keurigs, because I managed the impossible last night. I took a dump in this porta-potty behind me. Where the hell is it? And it doesn't even have a lock on the door. I had to put a twig in the door to lock it. In the darkness, I had my flashlight. You can change the flashlight settings so it's not just a beam going out, but it glows. Set it down on a shelf. Make sure nothing of my pocket jacket and stuff touched anything around me in the dark, and managed to get some of these charcoal briskets out of me for like 20 minutes. Wipe, use the baby wipes, clean myself up. No incident. It's so annoying how this keeps cutting out. "22 Keurigs a record." Yeah, I've taken some massive dumps in my life. Yeah, that's right. No one must touch it until, like, you know, Swiss, you know, record measurers. Here, wait. No, I've never taken a dump on the ground. Yeah, fortunately, it's never come to that. But it's gonna. Yep, put it in a glass case. Stream keeps cutting out. I'm gonna do my shoulder raises. So the idea is, don't just fling your arms up and down. You're not getting much resistance, especially going down. Do it with constant tension. Even just your body. I'm not holding weights. And you can change it up. I like doing this. I like doing this. But constant tension. You'll get a workout. You'll build muscle doing that. And you can even do it while flexing your biceps and triceps. Don't do it super hard. It'll make it too hard to do. But you'll get a workout at least, so I get some workout today. Man, I'll be happy to get this crap out of me today. And you know, the more muscle you have, actually the harder it can be because you have more body weight. So that's good. And keep doing it beyond what you think you can. When you think you're getting tired, do at least 5 more. Don't get distracted. Again, see, I'm not stopping, just constant tension. I'm being relaxed. I'm not trying to tense up. I'm not letting my arms go all the way down so I don't lose that constant tension. And I'm going nice and slow. And just hating my life. See, I'm getting sore. Believe it or not, that's a good workout. Wow. Just body weight, no weights. They literally presented shit in a box. That's my kind of art. Yeah, that's good. This thing takes forever to charge, but it can charge my phone like 2 or 3 times over. So I don't know. I want to get a solar powered charger, and I want to get this 4 jack stands to do the oil changes on my car. That's going to be a little pricey, but over time it's going to save me money on oil changes, tire rotations, and possibly other work. So far, no problem with the radiator, so I'm leaving that be until I really need to change it. Keep drinking water. Don't let this stool get any harder in me. Suck up any more water. Yeah, boy. What's this weirdo doing out here walking around with a big, huge coat? That is so weird. Never see anybody around here with a big, huge winter coat going down to his ankles, or her ankle. I think it's a guy. I feel a little better now. I don't even know if I can do another set that well. My shoulders are sore just from that. I don't do enough shoulder workouts. They're pretty sore after that first set. Notice I have my back straight. I'm not slouching over. Trying to squeeze out a few more. Ow. Yeah, that's a good workout, just body weight. Oh, you were trying to do it, Agrippa? Yeah, and you got tired doing it. You feel it in your neck. Also, just make sure you get a little blood flow. First, stretch a little bit, but yeah, it's a good workout when you don't have weights. And I don't want to drive around with weights in my car. You can use your own body weight. But yeah, nobody's coming to old Angelo for a decent job. And I'm really worried about the Trump virus because now I read that the majority of hospitalized patients have neurological problems. A lot of that can just be like headaches, but some of it's more severe, like stuff that can last a long time, that affects your brain. So we don't know the effects of this thing. So it's so important to not be too close to people. It'd be great if we could get some help, monthly payments so everybody could stay home, social distance, but no, they want people to work and die. Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger talked about the value of that too. You'd think, oh, this guy had access to, at the time, the state-of-the-art equipment. A lot of the stuff he had in the 70s, a lot of stuff today they didn't have back then, certain machines, because gyms were not really a huge thing before Arnold Schwarzenegger helped popularize them. But yeah, he said even like push-ups he would still do and pull-ups, and think, well, how would this guy get a good workout from that? Well, think about it. He weighed like 245 pounds around his heaviest, so that's still a good workout when you're doing push-ups and pull-ups like that. Man, Trump, that was wild. He was back at the White House for this just the most buffoonish publicity stunt, taking off his mask, showing his strength, and he's struggling to breathe. He's like, and it's weird. He was a germaphobe apparently, but he believes his own propaganda, I guess, about this disease. Yeah, it was painful to look at. A lot of people said that. Vic Berger, look up Vic Berger on YouTube. He made a hilarious, well, really kind of a scary video focusing on how Trump can't breathe well. It was disturbing. Yeah, Vic's great. Vic put out some hilarious stuff. Follow him on Twitter, everybody. That's where he puts out some of his best stuff. Oh, I can't believe the stuff he put on there. But oh my goodness, it was so good. Yeah, click like, everybody. Helps the video out. This is my job now, so what else do I have to do? What else do I have to do for you people? I get up early. I'm losing weight. At a certain point, I would like to do a, showcase a weight loss video or something. Um, but I still want to lose at least 30 pounds before I do that. Oh, that's good. You guys still, yeah, you're able to talk to him. I'm glad about that. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Channelingus. How the Trump virus, I almost called it by the old name, but it's actually not. It's just called the Trump virus. Knowing this guy does not like to wear a mask and you're sealed in, because that's a sealed in, airtight car to withstand chemical attacks. So you're sealed in, breathing his air, and you know he doesn't like to wear a mask. So he may just pull it off at any time to smile and wave at the crowd. Damn, I still got a bit of weight to lose. A bit of this cookie dough on my stomach, but I've come a good way. So that's good. And diet's the way to go. You can't, if you have to choose one, exercise or diet to change, what you eat is going to make all the difference, because you cannot exercise your way out of a bad diet. One muffin, one slice of pizza, that's like enough calories, like an hour of working out will burn off. So what makes more sense, just eat healthy, lose the weight, or try and exercise, 8 hours a day all through everything you're doing, walking around, biking, or whatever. Yeah, so everyone in the car with Trump should quarantine for 14 days. So bizarre, man. But yeah, it was painful to watch. It was disturbing seeing him try and breathe. That joyride it was so messed up. So I got no job, got no place to charge my phone. Sorta. Like I said, food bank a little, but I try not to hang out there too long and like take advantage of it, even though I'm not really sure they mind. We don't even know everybody who's been exposed yet, and the White House really doesn't want people knowing. So yeah, man, social distance. I'm almost glad I don't have a job in a way. Not that I was really going to have to deal with people much, but at this one I was getting, and maybe I'll still get it, I don't know, but I don't take them seriously when they say someone else is going to call me back, because why the hell haven't they yet? They had yesterday, now they've been open for 2 hours, they still haven't called me back. And they obviously were ignoring me for weeks, or at least the guy who was holding the interviews. And I really don't know if they're lying or not, whether he's there or not. And when they say, oh, he's not going to be here a few weeks. So I'm almost glad, because, yeah, why risk any interaction with people while I'm out? Especially if I'm working around downtown LA, that's more people. And if I have to go out to restaurants to eat there and pick up food, even fast food places, you know, I'd almost rather just figure out a way to survive the way I'm doing it. So yeah, gotta figure out a way to charge my device. I guess maybe today I'll just pick out a cell phone or solar powered charger, see how it works. If it breaks, I'll just see about getting a refund and I'll give it a crappy review. Meanwhile, California's weather and the climate is getting more and more inhospitable every year. And so many problems. Time is it 11? That's good. I haven't eaten too much today. Phone's still at 36%. Should have charged more than that. It's not really charging. It's not losing a charge either. 2 new people here. Click like. Click like, everybody. Help the video out. Click like to get the channel going. To get the video shared. Yes, we got another like 13 and another person joined back. Let's get another like in there. Come on, my name is Angelo. What was the name somebody called me? Angelo something? Yeah, what was it? Way earlier in the stream. If I can even see it. Nope, I can't find it. It's like gone. It's too far done. Angelo something, they called me. Something with an S. I can't remember. Let's see if I can do more shoulder raises. Well, I'm not going to be able to do pull-ups tomorrow because that wears my arms out quick. I saw 2 eagles here fighting yesterday. They were like screeching at each other like, "Ah! Ah!" It's incredible seeing eagles. Or falcons, I don't know the difference. Back straight. Don't want to start getting bad posture. Remember, not trying to jerk my arms around, but have steady tension. I shouldn't be looking down. That's bad for my posture. Use the whole arm, not try and cheat it with just my wrists. Or bend my arms too much, see, like this, and trick myself into thinking I'm doing a bigger movement than I really am. Okay, well, yeah, I'm a little out of shape on my shoulders. Angelo Sandini, thank you. I was like, was it Angelo Svengali, or what was it? Yeah, that'd be funny. Man, I'm like the only person out here except for whatever's going on at these tents behind me. Boy, you get older, part of working out is just preventing injuries. I think those briskets are going to come out soon, if you know what I'm saying. I may have to stop the stream and start another one later while I drop my packets. I'm trying to get a sense right now, gauge it. You can wait a little, but it's coming. %. Yeah, this is charging real slow. I think this cord is getting worn out. It helps when you straighten it sometimes. I think you're in pretty good shape. 51 and not in shape like me. Thanks. Yeah, it feels like you've been beaten up in your sleep. I sleep better in my car than I did in the bed. I don't know, maybe the car chair is more ergonomic when it's kind of laid out or what, but even the colder temperature, when I'm sleeping in the cold and I have the sleeping bag to keep me warm, I'm more comfortable than I was in a bed. I don't know what it was. I don't like the flat surface of a bed, so maybe in the future I would need one of those sloped beds or something, you know. The weight started coming on at about 45. You're thin. Yeah, it's tough, you know. Gotta know your body and all that, know what you're putting in. And yeah, it could be a crappy mattress. I think that for me, much of my life probably had that. Also, lack of physical activity. If you don't work yourself enough during the day, you won't sleep that well. And that was a problem much of my life. So now I fall asleep so much quicker. I shouldn't be curled up like a shrimp, because that's bad for my posture too. Yeah, it's important to exercise. That's what I get in every morning. Even though today it was, you know, limited, but you know, I think it's good to make that a part of your daily routine, and it helps with a lot of things, with depression, with your appetite. Ooh, that feels better. The car is coming down here. Man, am I just like a shadow? I have my screen real dark to save the battery power, but I think I'm basically in silhouette. Oh, I could sure use some of that more vinegar right now. Yeah, I know. Exercise, and for me, working with weights is like a real mind trip. I always get worried, like, oh, someone's going to stop me from using weights. So for me, I just, and also I don't really have access to many weights now, except for like the bars at the park to use my body weight. But for me, I just like doing a lot of burpees and body weight exercises. So those are really good because I'm, you know, I have control of my body the whole time. Whereas weights, like at the gym, I'm always wondering, oh, am I in someone's way? Are they going to want to borrow weights? You know, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you know, if you have the money, one way to go is hire a nutritionist and have them work with you. I obviously don't have that money, so I'm just trying to limit it to whole foods, you know, salads, chicken, avocado, tomatoes. When I had my air fryer plugged in, I was cooking baked potatoes in that and just putting Creole seasoning on it, and those are really healthy for you. But yeah, it's tough. Obviously, medical conditions, those factor into how you can work out as well. Excuse me. The news is moving so fast in America. I, every moment, so somebody new in the White House is infected. Trump's doing some new, just moronic stunt. He infected Chris Christie. That's pretty amazing. Or supposedly, Chris Christie got it from him. I guess it's possibly got it from somewhere else, but he's on Trump's prep team for his debate. How amazing is that? Chris Christie, who's been crapped on by Trump for so long, and he keeps helping him, and now he gets it from Trump, trying to help him. And Trump knew, or he may have known he had it, just didn't care, or he thought it would be funny to infect Christie, which it kind of is funny. I'm waiting for these briskets to drop out of me. Damn it. It makes me feel nauseous in my throat and stuff. Can't wait till they're out. Then, whew, that's relief. I forget relief in Spanish. How do I say it? Maybe I never knew it. Leg raises, I can do those a little. Those are good. I could strengthen my legs, definitely, while I'm having trouble walking or doing burpees and stuff and push-ups. Ooh, man, my legs are so heavy right now. Now, didn't Kellyanne's daughter get it as well? She got infected, right? Nobody's talking about that, but I heard that on the radio, that she said on TikTok she got infected. Alivio? Yeah, it sounds like it, Agrippa. Yeah, that's the thing. I had not heard that. Channel, I'll just call you Channel. I didn't hear it anywhere either except on the radio, but people on Twitter are talking all about her, but I saw no one say that about her, that she got infected. But yeah, apparently she said so on TikTok, so I don't know why I haven't seen anyone say it, but whatever, I'm kind of skimming, you know. More leg raises. Yeah, my legs are weak as far as the raises go, so. Even the limited motion I have under this bench, it's a good workout. To keep that steady tension, don't jerk my legs forward. How many people are here? Oh, 10. With the leaves, it kind of cuts off the 0. I thought it was 16. But yeah, I want to get some kind of workout in because I had to cut up my workout short because my leg is messed up. And got to take it really easy when I walk, when I hit an uneven surface, it's a sharp pain in my upper thigh and my knee kind of burns, so got to let it recover. I'd rather not push myself and let it get worse. Yeah, George Conway, he's not a good guy. His problem with Trump is just that Trump is too crass and rude. That's it. And selfish. He'd be fine with Mike Pence. The hell you honking at it back there? I'm telling you, can't wait for this dukage inside me to come out. I'm not trying to force it. I should drink water to make it easier. Also, I'm wondering how to try and get people who want me to do like oil changes for them and some other minor car work. It's always tough to, because I basically have all the tools I need, but it's always tough to, start getting people to get your interest in that, especially among friends. That's where I'm trying to start. I'm not trying to do it among strangers because, I want people who I know and who they understand my skill level is not that great. Because, you get strangers and first of all, you don't know if they'll pay you, but also you don't know if they're going to be like, oh, well, why is this wrong? What's going on here? It's like I know people, they're of sound mind, basically. If I tell them, look, I'm not fixing anything else, I'm just doing your oil change or something else. If something else goes wrong in your car, that's unrelated to what I'm doing. But it's tough because, everybody, they like how they do things. They either don't care about their cars that much or they like going to the mechanic they go to. So it's always hard to get started. And all I can think is, just keep putting out videos. Like once I do my oil change and other stuff and keep posting on Facebook and stuff that like, hey, I do this, now I'll do it real cheap, like $20 for oil change and tire rotation. I can restore headlights, detail a car somewhat, replace some lights, clean battery terminals, prevent corrosion on it. Little stuff like that. Well, I'm going to get Jack Stan's channel so I can properly lift my car up. And also I want to do tire rotations. And for my car, I have to change the tires, like cross them. So I want the car totally up in the air. So yeah, I'm not using the jack for that. No, I don't want to work with customers. No way. Not worth it. Even in a good time, it's not worth it. But especially with the pandemic, I don't want to risk getting sick needlessly. I can survive somehow doing this, and I'd rather be doing my own business, however, whatever that means. Whether I'm maybe fixing cars, or occasionally getting film shoots, which is rare. I did manage to have 2 of them last week. I got lucky with David Liebehart and this other shoot. And I wasn't even applying for, I applied for the David Liebehart one, but the other one, it was somebody I knew on a shoot from before the pandemic, like March, we shot something, and he asked if I would work on this other thing, so that really helped. I just can't, I can do customer service a little, but once someone's rude with me, here's the thing, I don't need the job. I can survive without it. So, and also I don't like applying for stuff. I don't like listening to bosses being over me. So if I have a real problem with the job, I'll just walk off. But yeah, I'd rather see if maybe I can just get some work doing fast food work is very tough. I used to work at a concession stand at Regal Cinemas. We'd have like 4,000 people coming through a day on a weekend, and we'd have a bunch of registers open, so it's not like I personally gave food to 4,000 people. But man, I was getting through the lines quick, but man, we had huge rushes, and you had to be quick. You had to refill the popcorn, refill the soda machines. People are rude, you're sweating, hungry as shit. The rushes come, the rushes never stop. And now Regal Cinemas is closing down in America, and their whatever company owns them is closing their theaters in England. Yeah, I did bouncing. I was a bouncer for 5 years. I'm not interested in being a security guard again, but you know, maybe I would. I don't know. It's I'm not. I'm not naturally good fit for that. You have to be ready to be kind of tough with people, and I can be, but you know, it's like you can't second guess yourself in a way, but you have to be fair with people. So it becomes a fine line where people try and manipulate you sometimes, and you know, you have to just, I'm not naturally cut out for it. No matter what, I was always like a guy, I was pretty good at the job, but I was always sort of pretending, you know, doing my best version of a security guard. And a lot of security guard work is just boring, just standing around giving, you know, people need instruction or directions, and yeah, it's just, it's fine. It can pay well, but not for me. Yeah, I don't like telling people what to do either. That was my second job at Regal Cinemas. I got promoted to manager. That was way more fatiguing than cleaning theaters all day was, because I was having to make decisions, count inventory, have responsibility, you know, all that kind of stuff. I'd rather work at a place like this, at park management, but getting a job like that is tough right now. The city's cutting back jobs. So I think, like always, just working for myself is best. YouTube videos, possible film shoots, and even though applying for stuff is harder now on my phone, but I mean, what am I complaining about? I can do it. The videos, because this is all, I make a little money on YouTube, and trying to get a little work with friends, but I think trying to fix cars, maybe that's my next step. If it doesn't work out, fuck it, I tried. You know, do I deserve to starve because I messed that up? You know, it's like, oh, it didn't work. You know, what the hell, man? So, you know, even though the jack stands are going to be a little pricey for me, right now I sort of have the money for it, and I'm really hoping if I do that, and if I'm, you know, confident about it, that I start doing that, work on my own car, really hope I don't mess up my car fixing it, doing the oil change, really I'm worried about the oil drain plug. I got a torque wrench, making sure I use the torque wrench right, so I don't use it too tight and strip it and then destroy the oil pan, and then that'll cost me a lot more to get fixed. Um, but assuming, you know, I do all that and I'm going to study it carefully, uh, just try and maybe put it out there that I can work on people's cars. So we'll see. I don't know. But I'm not counting on really making money that way either. It's just got to keep doing videos. That's the big thing right now. Not many other options out there. Maybe apply for food stamps again since they cut them off. And everything, you can apply for gigs on Craigslist, but you got to apply fast because there's like 100 people applying to those jobs, you know, like every few hours, because there's a lot of people unemployed right now. And again, I'm paranoid about anything, about warehouse work. 20,000 Amazon employees got the Trump virus. So, you know, it's really serious. I'd almost rather live off the grid if I had to. Not that I'm trying to do that. I know that'd be quite difficult, but I'm not trying to, you know, I'm trying to be really safe. That's right. Craigslist is full of scams, man. Either way, like not even just now, but yeah, Craigslist is full of job scams. I got offered several of those job scams applying for film work. Apartment rental scams, room rental scams, where they'll say they're the landlord and they may actually just be someone renting the room, or they may be just someone like who's got a vacation rental there. They just came through for a few days. They'll run a scam. They'll say, wire me the deposit. They say, oh, I'll give you the keys even. They may give you a fake set of keys, and you're out of luck. All kinds of scams on Craigslist. So yeah, you got to be careful about all that. So yeah, I'm like, why should I risk my life for somebody who doesn't really care, you know, about my work and about my life that much, like at Amazon? So we'll see. I'm not trying to overthink it. I've done enough talking and ranting about it. Just do it and find out what's this at. 92%. It's got a lot of charge left. Click like, everybody. Really helps the video out. Can you even see my face? I look like a shadow in the screen, but the screen's dark, so I can save the battery. Yeah, oh, I've seen that too. That is so messed up. When I see people posting for roommates and saying, I want a live-in girlfriend, like what is up with you where you're even thinking you would enjoy that? I mean, the only way I could think you'd enjoy that is if you're like clearly a manipulator, because it's like, how could I enjoy being with someone who just needs housing and is willing to, you know, give themselves to me for how, like, why would I enjoy that? I wouldn't even like that arrangement. So it's like you already have to look at them like not really a person. You know, and I've seen guys doing that. I'm like, these guys post the worst pics, just like posting pics of themselves like no shirt on. Like, what the? Are you high all the time? I'm assuming a lot of these guys are doing a lot of weed and they're not really, you know, thinking that clearly. They're destroying what few brain cells they have, because that is such a pathetic arrangement. It's like you realize once you're around a person, they're no longer a fantasy. You have to interact with them. You have to respect their space. And of course, I just think it's the most boneheaded thing. Oh, can I do an imitation the guy needs to write? Well, first of all, Agrippa, yeah, I'm sure there are guys like that. Obviously, I dealt with one with the Baptist pastor who invited me to dinner every day. It was the most miserable part of living with him, really. I lived on the second floor, and I had my room. Next to my room is his office, and beyond that was the kitchen. So each morning I was sleeping a little bit, you know, because I was working 7 nights a week late. I would maybe every 10, 11 in the morning, I'd go make breakfast, a tiny breakfast. I was starving myself to lose weight. I'd gained a bunch of weight after my 9 months of illness. I'd walk by. This motherfucker would walk in like a minute or two after I go into the kitchen. I'm dead tired because I had trouble sleeping. And he's like, good morning, Angelo. How are you today? I got so tired of it. I'm like, I don't want to talk. Please, I'm tired. One day it really pissed me off. because he would show me his old the different plates with the different floral designs on them. He'd bring out different dishes every part of the year, like, oh, spring I bring out these ones, autumn I bring out these designs. And he's like, can I show you my new like spoons I'm using now? And I'm like, no, nothing, I'm busy. He's like, it'll just take a minute. You motherfucker, don't you ever tell me I can't leave something. Yeah, okay, I'll do the impression. Have I ever done what? The impersonation of a hitchhiker? Yes, I've done it before, but let me get the hair messed up. Like I've been living rough, for a while. I can't even see how my hair... I look like a shadow on screen, so I can't tell. I'm just... Hey, man, your car looks real nice. You mind giving me a ride up north? Wait, I messed that up. That wasn't good. Let me try it again. Damn, you got a nice car. Hey, man, you going north? I need a ride up like 100 miles on PCH. Yeah, man, I'll go with you, man. It'll be real cool. Dude, hey, you going west? You got a real nice car. Nope, messed that up. Dude, you got a really nice car. Hey, you going out east? So I need a ride. Yeah, just about 50 miles that way over to, direction of San Bernardino or so. Yeah, man. I really appreciate it, man. I'm a good guy. I'm a solid guy. You're going to have no problems with me. Yeah, 89-year-old Baptist pastor, and he was hitting on me and like trying to sort of like groom me. It was really annoying, and it was like over the line, and I should have just fucking like stopped it, just demanded he stop doing that. But that's the thing, he was already trying to test my boundaries and violating them. He didn't really try and convert me, but he did leave like one of his because he wasn't really that active in his church anymore. But he's 89, he's like semi-retired, pretty much retired. But he did still teach Bible classes, which was the one little break I got from him being out of the house like every 2 weeks or something. And one day he did like print out some kind of Bible lecture and slide it under my door, and he's like, oh, I hope you don't mind, Angelo. He wrote on it, but he's like, but I have a Bible lesson here if you want to see it. And I wasn't interested, of course. Yeah, that's right. He asked me, he kept asking me if I wanted to go to lunch and dinner with him every day. I even, like, the guy wasn't human. Like, he didn't, I won't say that. It's like he didn't respond like a human being. When you give them information, they're supposed to take in that information and, use it. I would, like, clearly I wasn't interested in lunch or dinner with him. And, yeah, look on my channel, like, a Baptist pastor wanted to shower with me. And one day he was asking me, like, he's like, he's like, hello, Angelo, can I stop calling? I get these junk calls of people offering me car warranties. It's always these robocalls. I recognize the numbers. I just got one. Like, hello, and I block them, and then they change the number slightly. Like, hello, we are calling concerning your car warranty. Your car warranty is expired. If you'd like to renew it, blah, sometime I'd like to mess with them saying like, look, yeah, I really need help with my warranty. I hit something last night. It was real dark. I'm gonna be honest, I was drinking a little. I wasn't drunk, but the next day I saw on the news some old guy died right in that spot where I thought I hit something. And so now you and me are in this together. I really need some body work on my car so they don't recognize the damage. So you think you can help me? It's you and me now. What's your name? Yeah, that's it. I'm making sure we're in this together now. But anyways, no, I'm not telling the story that much. It's not a big story. He was just asking me like, can I take you to dinner today, whatever. I said no, I'm busy. I'm tired, and I was like, I'm trying to, I got to shower and stuff. He's like, well, can I get in the shower with you? I said no. He's like, I'm just kidding. I was like, what the hell kind of joke is that? And watch the video. Look up the video. It's like the time. An 89-year-old Baptist pastor tried to shower with me or something. I tell that whole story in it. And I moved out after a month. He was really bothering me. And he even tried to, as I left, he was packing my stuff in my car, and then I moved to Annandale. Um, he he was like talking to me, and he's like, "Well, will I see you again?" And I think I worked up the nerve there to say like, "No." And he just stood out the door as I was driving away, staring at me like, fucking seeing red meat. He wanted to have sex with me. And yeah, that was it. I never saw him again. That was 2013. He was 89 back then. But yeah, just pathetic. Like, how can you live like that? That lie. And he was having correspondence with prisoners, and he left out in his office once for me to see, because he had me helping him with some work in his house. Uh, he left out love letters he sent to prisoners, and so he was obviously trying to see if I liked that or not. It was really gross, and I felt horrible trying to tell him like I saw that and it's disgusting, because I know he'd try and deny it anyways. But yeah, that's when I sort of realized like, oh, he's hitting on me, and he's living a double life. So it was only like a week or two after that I moved out. Yeah, and the only good thing about the place, the rent was dirt cheap, and he didn't charge a deposit, because he said he's like, well, because I don't know how if I'll live long enough to give you the deposit back. He's like, one guy lived with me for like 23 years, so he doesn't charge a deposit. So I'm like, that was good, because I desperately needed housing at the time. I just moved out after my brother attacked me, and he got convicted for assault and battery. I was staying at my friend's parents' house for a month. I was staying on the friend's parents' house, sleeping on their couch for a month, and I really wanted to get out and, get my own place. So I was quickly looking for a second job. I finally got it. I was working as a bouncer at 2 different bars. It was really lonely and depressing, but yeah, I needed to do it. Yeah, I don't know. He was obviously, having some kind of, I don't know if it was purely just in letters, but some kind of, uh, maintaining some kind of like affairs or relationships with prisoners. I don't know if he ever visited them, because I don't know where these prisons were or anything, but um, yeah, it's just messed up. And thank goodness I just got out of there. Really good. I did lose 15 pounds while I lived there, because I was just straight starving myself every day, because I was so disgusted with how much weight I gained while I was sick. That's a lot of religious figures. I mean, these douchebags, these arrogant people act like they have some kind of special ability to, live a noble life. All of them are the same. They're just regular people. And who knows to what degree it's like compensating when they're saying that stuff. Because this pastor, he spoke very much against, in a way, like the clues were sort of there, but he spoke how he put his son in the hospital for being gay in the 50s to try and make him straight. And by the way, this pastor, he said he used to work for the government like in the 50s as some kind of like scientist. So like for like the CDC or whatever science department the government had back then. So this homophobe was doing like scientific work, and he said he researched insects and animals and how even insects were gay. And I'm like, why is he telling me this stuff? And he said he put his son in the hospital to try and make him straight, like in the 50s. And he said after 4 days, his son was still gay. And he's like, and that's when I knew being gay was genetic. And he took his son out of the hospital. I was like, what the hell? Why is he telling me this? This was like the second day I lived with him, or first day. He invited me out to dinner. I'm like, whatever, fine, free dinner. I thought it might be kind of a nice conversation. It was not. And it took a while to figure out, oh, he's saying he's realized his son being gay is genetic. So it's like he's gay, his son's gay, that's genetic. And after 4 days, he took his son out of the hospital for that. So really messed up story. And of course, I don't support doing that to somebody who's gay, or whether you suspect they're gay or whatever. I think that's cruel. And anyways, but it was kind of weird, because it's like, well, if you believe that, why would you give up that quickly? And it was obviously because he was already sort of looking for the excuse in a way. Again, I'm not supporting putting people in hospitals for that. I think that's terrible. I'm just saying from his point of view, it didn't, like, it was obvious, like, yeah, he was living a double life, so. Yeah, they're a bunch of hypocrites. I mean, I'm not saying they're all like hypocrites like the way this guy was, but it's that's what you get when you make up religions, you know, and you act like you have some nobility and you put on a whole stupid show and build these buildings and you dress nice and you comb your hair. It's all a show. It's all a sales psychology. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, it was obvious he was doing a lot to maintain this double life, but he's out of my life now, obviously. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Click like, everyone. Helps the video out. My stomach's feeling a little better now, a little more settled. I don't know if he's alive. I mean, he was 89, so by now it's 7 years later, or 7 years later. So if he's alive, he would be like 96. Excuse me. Damn, I really don't want to spend the money on a solar-powered phone charger, but I guess it's the best. What else can I do? Yeah, I charge my phone in my car, but that's not, you know, a great solution because I can't charge it all that much. Gas is really expensive, and food bank and this one other restaurant. I'm not trying to order food there much because it's really not that healthy. Maybe I'll get chicken wings there. I don't know. But yeah, not a ton of places to charge my phone, so maybe the solar powered thing is a good way to do it. But even now, like under a lot of these benches, certain times of day, the sun is creating shadows on it, so it's like I'd have to strap the solar powered charger to me and like be in the sunlight somewhere. You know, it's all just, you just got to do it, putting in the effort, you know. Strap the solar charger to the top of my head or something, top of my hat. "14 likes, that's awesome. Click like, everybody." Oh, excuse me. I better use a porta potty soon before I have to go too bad. Somebody went to the one behind me, and there are some ones over across the lot, so I think I'm going to end the stream. I've gone on plenty long and dropping numbers like you wouldn't believe. But all right, thanks, guys. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.